get rid of this cough. We're live just now. Good evening, folks, and thanks for coming in. We hope you're all doing well and enjoying this freezing cold weather. I think it's about -1 up here. I'm not too sure. We were meant to have Brittany on tonight, but unfortunately our son's not well, so we rescheduled her. But we do have a really lovely lady who's just arrived. I wouldn't say that. You put me off what I was saying. Who's just arrived back from a trip. I was going to say abroad. Do you count America as abroad? I always thought abroad was like Spain and stuff. You know,
yeah, I guess I do.
I suppose.
I don't go anywhere.
So it was like a trip of a lifetime for her. She's just back to America, basically. You know. Yeah. So we have TV psychic medium, and I'm going to get this wrong again. Ricky.
Almost. We'll get you there.
Almost. I got it right I got it wrong the last time, didn't I?
Yeah, but it's okay. It's fine.
That's it. Well, Kimber was here a couple of weeks ago, and we've got her back in tonight. She's going to tell us all about a trip to America when she hooked up with her Jennifer. And Oregon, I'm trying to remember the name of the town. It was a sisters.
Yep, sisters.
So how are you, dear?
Oh, I'm all right. I'm recovering. We've just been talking about the flu that's going around. We've all got a case of it.
Everybody's got. We just get rid of it. Actually, we were not well for a few weeks, and now it seems to have got back up. So I do apologise if I'm a wee bit sniffling coffee.
Me too.
You know,
the coughing.
The two is falling apart. Seriously, falling apart. There's Laura, Craig's in, and users as well. So thanks for coming in, folks.
Put the comments on today. I've put the comments on today.
Did you put a thing on Facebook? Did you realise it was me that was commenting?
Yeah, I did, but I was just like, do you know what? I'll just go with it.
I just said who's up at our mum's. I wasn't sure if you clicked on it was me that was commenting. You know.
Oh no, I did, but I thought I'm like, oh, advertising, good plan.
Oh yeah, actually was. You see, I'm throwing good ideas. You know.
You knew, but you didn't know.
I knew subconsciously. I knew.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the wee machine's always thinking. So the two days get the cold, and we're just basically falling apart. And it's like 1 or something. It's dropped to -5 by Wednesday. I think that's good news, isn't it?
Oh, the best news.
This is great. You know, it was snowing at the weekend. We were meant to start our boat investigations on Saturday, but the forecast is like -5 and snow. So that might disrupt a wee couple of things. But on a good note, Jennifer, we talked to Jennifer earlier on, and they are at -11.
Yeah, they have snow. My partner's son got stuck actually in Sisters a few days after we were there. And we had to try and get him a hotel because he couldn't drive anywhere because it was so bad.
So she sent us a couple of wee 10-15 second videos of the and so jealous. That's what I want here.
I know, me too.
I can't remember that. See, when you were younger, when I was a kid, every Christmas was white.
Out with the sledges, you go and find a big hill, you get your flipping metal trays if you have to. I know, I remember.
In Scotland, it was, maybe uses sledges and trays down there, but in Glasgow, we had like bin bags and whatever jackets.
Oh, no, we did that too. We definitely did that. I just didn't want to see him that far.
Oh, no, I went through many a bin bag in my younger years, Your mum would buy your new winter jacket that to do you through to maybe April or something, and you'd get to December and it'd be all ripped before Christmas Day, and you never knew what happened to it. Your mum would say, "What? Don't know.
Don't know what happened. What? There's a rip in it? Oh no."
where you were going down backwards on a hill with your hood up. Mind these snorkel, we were talking about this the other week, the snorkel jackets, you might not remember them. Snorkel jackets you used to get, the hood, and you could zip it right up. And it was
Right.
it would look like that, you know. And so like this gap, once you was all zipped up. We used to use them. The only trouble was if you were going down in your back down a hill, you couldn't see what was behind you. So you get a tree or somebody's garden fence or something like that, you know, but you weren't a kid, you were a kid. But this conversation's going away, isn't it?
I know, and it. The sisters, it's full of snow right now, and it's lovely, and there's lots of mountains, and it's just wonderful. What I thought was really strange, but I suppose that's America. One part we were driving, and you could see all the snow, and literally, 2 seconds down the road, it was practically desert, and it was just red, and there was no. It was warm. There was no snow, nothing. The mountains had changed, and I'm just like, what the heck?
After I mind years and years ago, I was driving, and I was going home, and I was saying to Sarah the other week about this, and it was just like, you know, the roads were dry, everything green grass, and it was just like you could see the wall of snow.
Uh-huh.
You know, and they just drove into it, and the snow was that deep or something. You could just see this thing sitting there, you know, if I have to say, come to me.
Come and get me.
And there was no way to avoid it because you were on a motorway, you couldn't turn around and go back. You know, just to plough straight into it, basically. So I was plough, get it snow, never mind.
I got it. I got it.
A wee subconscious joke there. Anyway.
Sisters.
Aye, first of all, a big congratulations.
No.
You want to tell us, you want to let everybody know your good news?
Not yet.
Not, all right, okay, take that back. No congratulations.
Not yet. But thank you. Only the England side, no.
A wee bit of warning would have been useful then.
I never even thought about it, sorry.
So just say congratulations on your safe journey back.
Thank you very much. I'm glad I got back because I didn't think I was gonna. I was so poorly.
It's the worst time to take. I don't think there's ever a good time to take no well, but when you're on holiday in another country.
Oh, honestly, it was just, you know, I think from Saturday, that evening after seeing Jennifer, I got back and I was just like, I was so poorly, and I was debating whether I was going to have to go to hospital whilst I was there. And I'm like, I've got travel insurance, but do I want to go through the hassle? Like, do I? So I just slept for 3 days instead. I only paid to go to America to see my partner to sleep.
So you slept 3 days of your holiday, basically. That's the holiday you remember anyway, wasn't it?
Oh, well, do you know what? I must have been a lot more poorly than I thought, because even the days that I wasn't asleep, I'm still like, what did I do on those days? Where was I? I don't really.
It was just a blur.
Yeah, kind of, because I didn't realise I was poorly, like I say. And then it was only when I, on the Sunday, after, because we saw Jennifer on the Saturday, I just went, I'm off for a nap, and I didn't wake up for the rest of the day.
Your partner would have been happy at that. She, you know, I waited months to see her. She flies to England, and all she does is sleep. You know.
Oh, but he was wonderful. He looked after me so much. He probably was quite glad for the peace and quiet, because I kept waking up every couple of hours in the night and then waking up and going, oh, God, I've still got like 7 hours left. I've got to sleep because of the time difference. And I will say now that he drugged me. No, he gave me cold and flu medicine on the Saturday evening, and that was about 7 o'clock. By 7:30, I was just like, what's happening? I can't see anything. Oh, can't keep me out. And I was just out. Just
But
out.
it's American cold and flu, you know, probably no like Beecham's or something like that that you'll get in boots, you know, so.
It knocked me out. So I'm holding it against him forever now that he drugged me.
He could have drugged you. Who knows what's in that stuff, you know. It's not exactly
exactly.
you know, as the cough medicine. One thing I do before we talk about your trip to Europe, one thing I do need to ask you, obviously Jennifer's been with us for almost 2 years now. And I've never ever met her. But every time we speak to her, she's always full of beans, you know, gun ho.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes. What is she like in person?
Oh, she was full of beans, lots of character, very friendly. We did have quite a laugh, to be fair, because you know we got the message from you guys like do a live, and we're like, what do we do a live on? Because we were messaging you and we're just all laughing. There was my partner, Jennifer, and a son, and we were all just looking at each other trying to get ideas, and then we just ended up having a bit of a laugh. And it were nice. She's lovely, very lovely. We were walking the dog, and then we were having just nice conversation, really.
Well, that's when you messaged me, Jennifer messaged as well.
Yeah, no, we were both just stood there going, who's you going to reply to first? Because it's my time zone, Jennifer.
And I read the messages and I thought, you know, I said to Sarah, I never thought of what they're to do. You know, I didn't have a clue. Oh, that right.
No, we didn't. We were just like, oh yeah, what do we do?
Go for a walk and wing it. That was the best advice you were going to get from me at that point.
It was. I think it was a situation where it was actually a lot busier than it looked, probably on the live. So we couldn't have probably even done any form of like ghost investigation or delving into anything too spiritual, because we'd have probably looked like absolute nutballs for a start. Like, you know, just randomly, ooh, is there anybody there in the middle of a parade? Can you imagine? But it would just, there wouldn't have been the kind of energy and the quietness to have done that. So I think it was nice actually just having a look around together, and just having that conversation, because I think obviously the kind of agreed point of us meeting was to get to know each other and maybe work together in the future when I'm over there again. So it's kind of nice because in a way we got to see how we bonded and bounced off of each other, that kind of vibe that we would have if we were to do an investigation. So it was quite nice. It was good.
You said it was a good live, and I was getting a wee bit annoyed because for some reason my comments weren't coming up. You know, I was seeing a lot. I mean, my comments weren't coming up. But he's bounced off each other really, really well. And you wouldn't think it'd been the first time he's had met.
No, and we'd not had much conversation via message prior to that either. But yeah, no, she was lovely. She's got such a bouncy character, very vibrant.
She's I don't know how to describe her. She's really intelligent. She knows her stuff.
Yeah.
You know, history as well as a paranormal. But she's really right. Let's do this. You know, hands on and stuff like that. That's the best way I could do it.
Yeah,
the whole team.
Because we were like, what are we doing for the live? And we've been talking about it for 5-10 minutes and messaging you. And then all of a sudden she's like, okay, then turn it on live. And I'm like, oh, right, we're going then. Okay, I won't go and blow my nose and stuff then. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, she was on a show last night. She was on the LSS Scotland. I think it was last night. Sure, it was last night. And she done really, really well. So when you were there, you're a medium, obviously.
Small, actually.
You what?
I said small, actually. A small.
Right, I see you brought back an American sense of humour.
I know, it's rubbish, isn't it?
Aye. No. I'll be totally straight with you, that was crap, you know. It's not often I tell my guests that joke's crap, but that was, you know.
I know, I'm Americanized, unfortunately.
You should have left that one at lost luggage. Sorry, it's American, lost baggage. They don't call it luggage, they call it baggage, don't they?
I don't know.
All the films you see say baggage. He put me off what I was saying again. Aye, so you're a small to medium kind of thing. Were you able to turn it off when you were over there, or when you were walking about, were you picking up on anybody, or?
See, that's the thing. So I've been 3 times this year, and each time that I've gone, I'm going, where are the spirits? Why is nobody talking to me? Oh my gosh, am I never going to speak to the spirits again? And each time I've had that panic, the spirits have just gone, Kimber, you're on holiday. We'll talk to you when you're on your way back. And I'm like, whatever. Is that my own head saying that? And then literally as soon as I've got on the plane to go back home, they've been there. And I'm like, hell no. But then I'm like, at my partner's house, I feel like there's lots of spirit in there. And it was really strange because when I talk to spirit, my ear tingles. So when I was in bed, I kept waking up and like seeing things around me. And I'm like, but why is my ear not tingling? So I was kind of seeing the spirits as anybody would see them. And it was really strange because I wasn't seeing them as a medium. So when we were sisters, I was kind of like, I didn't even have that time to prepare to try and open up. Like I say, because Jennifer just kind of went, right, we're doing the live, turn it on. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I was gonna maybe try and open up to see if I could pick up on anything. Although probably I would have been far too distracted anyway because there was a lot going on and lots of people. And the conversation just naturally flowing with Jennifer anyway. But honestly, when I've been there, I have just not been a medium at all. I've been like every other person. I've just been a tourist, and it's been quite nice.
I'm going to. This is something I thought a few days ago, and we were doing the live as well. It might be a totally stupid question, you know, but I suppose in the paranormal, there is such a thing as a stupid question. Who knows?
No, not really.
You know, when you were in America, you know, you're English, you're in America. Do you think maybe that your accent could put spirits off? They don't recognise your accent.
I don't know because I'm going by the living, but a lot of Americans find our accents fascinating. So like when I'm there, I actually avoid talking because I get the whole, oh my God, you're British. That's so awesome. I love your accent. And I'm like, oh, great. Yeah. Nice one. Thanks.
You get
like, so maybe that kind of applies to the spirits in America as well. I mean, when I do readings, and I do some for a lot of people who have foreign backgrounds, and one of the biggest questions that people ask me is, well, what about the language barrier? But there doesn't seem to be a language barrier or any kind of thing. It all gets translated, so I don't know if the accents would really matter, I guess.
It was just something I was wondering, but I know what you mean about the, you know, people love accents and stuff like that, and everybody wants to talk to you. You know,
Yeah.
A lot of people, you know, physical people, when as soon as they hear the accent, say, "Oh, are you English?" You know, say, "No, I'm just putting it on. I'm really for, you know, France." You know, but I'm just kidding on. You know, years and years ago, I had friends who stayed in Kimber in Wales. And I always remember the first time I went down, he was a rugby player. And I always remember the first time we went down to visit, we went down for a week. And we went to, there was a rugby club, pub kind of hang out, you know, the entire team went to. Yeah. First night we went there, they introduced me. And the amount of people that came up and said, "Are you Scottish?" But they didn't want to talk to me. They wanted me to swear at them.
Yeah, that's the thing. like Americans seem to want me to be like, oh ho ho, the Queen, how wonderful! Oh, I had cucumber sandwiches last week, and I'm like, what do you want me to do?
You know, you say, what? No, you know. Colin saying that. But it was really, you know, and so I spent the entire night swearing at a Welsh rugby team. And they would it sounds bizarre, doesn't it? But they kept, call me a beep, call me this, say your effing B. Call me an effing B. And my mate used to say, you know, my mate says to me, did you not get fed up with that? I says, no, because, I mean, I'm not into rugby at all. I said, but I think it's the only time a Scotsman can swear at an entire Welsh rugby team and not have to run away. You know?
Yeah. I mean, that's a good excuse to just get out the anger out as well.
It was just, you know, doing all right, very fine. Hope you're doing good as well. But it was really, really bizarre. They just wanted me to swear at them all night. You know, they didn't want to know where I was from. I was from Scotland, and that was it. End of story. Swear at me. You know, I don't usually swear in this shit, but they come on and say, call me a bastard. Just call me a bastard. You're a bastard. You know, excuse the phrase.
Oh, I know, naughty. I try so hard. I am from Yorkshire. Good old Yorkshire.
She's a Yorkshire. I can't do the Yorkshire accent. I think I tried it the last time.
I think so.
And failed miserably.
Yeah. I'm as Yorkshire as it gets, fortunately, actually.
Yorkshire's nice.
Say again.
I was going to say last year, was it? No, it was last year. It's Stump Cross Caverns. Near Skipton. You near Skipton at all? That's Yorkshire, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's the posh part. I ain't from there. It's probably about 45 minutes away.
Well, we visited Collins just up at Durham.
Oh, we were just up there a few months ago, actually.
We were down at Stump Cross Caverns. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
No.
Just near Skipton. It's caves, you know. We were down there for an afternoon, and it was quite good. But it's just different, the Yorkshire accent, you know. But you go all the hills and stuff like that. That's when you know you're in Yorkshire.
It's like, oh, you're right. You're out at shops, are you? Oh,
You're like that. What? You know? Eh?
Yeah, but that's how we are with Scottish. What? Like, we're Northerners, but you guys.
We're worse.
Definitely.
I think I think it's Glaswegians are worse. You know, I always have my Glaswegian. I'm a lovely people, but Glaswegians have this habit that if they're in a conversation, the longer they talk, the faster they get.
Oh, we do that as well.
You know, if you're ever in Glasgow, just sit down somewhere and just casually listen in to two Glaswegians talking. You know, and as it, you know, Colin's wanting to know where in Durham, where at in Durham were you? Where were you in Durham?
Oh, where were we in Durham? We drove through, and then we went to a caravan site in Hartlepool just to stop over when we was in the motorhome.
Hartlepool. My brother-in-law, that's Dennis. Dennis a nice guy from Bridlington. Bridlington's a great. We've been in Bridlington a few times.
Lots of memories there growing up.
My greatest memory was we got a flat tyre and what have you, and we had to stay overnight because there was a mix up with the tyres. But they put us up in I think it was the Premier Inn, something like that, the hotel in Bridlington, and it was the breakfast was an all you could eat breakfast. You know,
Nice.
down in the morning, and it was like sausage, scrambled every kind of egg you can imagine. I was in heaven. I just thought, fine. You know, what? Oh, I'm into this, Toast a lot. It was amazing. It's a lovely.
Yeah, when you're in breakfast, you can't complain. They're all right. They're not too bad.
Oh, it was like Christmas. You should have popped in to Spirit Church while you were at Durham.
Well, it were more of a driving through because we were trying to head back to Leeds because we were travelling through England and Scotland and back again. So we didn't really have time to stop. It was just a quick, we need somewhere to stay. Maybe next time.
So when did you make of Scotland?
We were there in September.
So the weather would have been okay, I think.
It was. I was saying to you last time, the day of the Queen's funeral was the day we were in Glasgow, and there was nobody about.
Yes, there was no. I mind you saying no. I mind you saying there was no bugger about.
Sure.
On the day of the funeral, but we're finally talked about the paranormal or anything. It's been just chit chat so far,
I know. That's what the call for.
That's what happens with some lives. You start talking about the paranormal. I don't think we started talking about the paranormal, what did we? And then it'll sort of veer off, and then it comes back again, and it just kind of, I mean, I've seen us talking about cooking recipes and stuff when we might be talking about spirit.
You just got to go with the flow, though, aren't you? You just got to go with it how it is.
I think that's better. Because you get a lot of channels, no disrespect to it, it's all scripted. And you can tell it's scripted in that because it's just it doesn't flow. If that makes
I agree.
But then when you get 2 or 3 people in a panel and they don't have any particular subject and they just start talking, then, it happened to us one night. We decided we always go live at 9 o'clock, and it was about, I think we were meant to be in somebody else's live or whatever, but he cancelled me to about 10 night. Do you want to do a live? So we did it, and said, what are we going to talk about? I said, no idea. But let's just do it. Don't have a clue. We'll just say hello and see what happens. And we were on for nearly 3 years.
Oh, blooming heck. But that's the best kind of nights, isn't it?
Aye.
That's the best, definitely.
You just don't script it. When you say, what are we going to do? Don't have a clue. Let's just say hello and see what happens. And that was it. We're off and running. And it flows better and more down to earth. And you actually, 9 times out of 10, you get more information out. I think, all right, tonight we're getting information out about, people being ill and road trips and, Welsh rugby players and stuff like that, But it's all good stuff. It comes in handy. If you ever visit a Welsh rugby team, then you know what to do. Swear at them.
It means Scottish.
You've got to tell me if you're Glasgow and swear at them, and they'll be your best pals and they'll buy you beer all night. Job done. So this show is educational as well.
It's a bit of everything,
Useful travel tips for when you visit. The Welsh are brilliant.
When you go to America, if you want people to be nice to you, be British.
Yeah.
Let them think that they won everything and that we did all the bad things, talk in your British accent and act like, the king and the queen and blah, 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 and they'll be sorted. Travel 101 to the USA.
Make up a picnic with just cucumber sandwiches and drink your tea with your pinky out, and they'll be flocking. They'll be flocking to you.
That was very British. It happens, doesn't it? You go, ho.
No, I just usually get my faithful coffee cup.
Coffee cup.
That's that, right? This coffee cup has been with me many months. It's seen me through many a dark time,
I can't even seem to drink coffee since I've been poorly. I'm just cannot entertain it.
You off the coffee as well?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I could survive without coffee.
It's not intentional, but whatever's happened whilst I've been poorly, I've gone off of everything, and I can't. I'm drinking coffee, and I'm like, oof, no, thank you. I just don't want it.
When I was no well the other week there, when I was really kind of bad, coffee was I was still drinking it, not as much, but it just had this horrible taste to it.
That's what it is, and I'm just thinking, do you know what? Don't even bother. I've had 2 coffees in the past like 5 days when I can go through that in 10 minutes.
I can. You need coffee, definitely, buddy. Definitely. I mean, I've got the weirdest habits ever, you know. And don't worry, it's nothing funny, you know. It's nothing you can get arrested for. I just realised how that sounded. It's nothing. Keep your mind intact, please, dear. You know, you're not in America now. I'm a crap sleeper, you know. They say crap sleeper. I don't think you need practice. Do you need practice sleeping to become a good sleeper? But I wake up 2, 3 in the morning, and the thing I do is I'll go and make a coffee. So I'll drink the one drink that keeps you awake when you can't sleep.
Oh, see, no, I have to drink coffee to go to sleep as well.
My last one is usually maybe about 8 o'clock. Well, this is if I'm doing a show, it's always 9 o'clock. My last one, but about 7 or 8 o'clock. Dennis has a question for you. Dennis stays nearby here, and he's very, very good at what he does.
So when I am talking to spirit, I usually do what you call grounding and protecting. And you'll probably heard the whole white light thing, putting the white light around you and watching that energy go through your body and out your feet into the ground. And it's just from that then on, that's your grounding protection. So you're pretty much fine to go ahead. And then it is just clearing my mind. And I think after doing readings for 10, 11 years now, it's almost like a click a switch in my head. And then I'm just ready. That's how I prepare myself. When I was, a few years back, I'd have to sit there and meditate. But now I realise I don't have to meditate to do it. It is just that clearing your mind and setting the intention that you're there to work with and for spirit, I guess.
Dennis is sensitive. When we've done some investigations, he's been on the chat and he's been with Spig as well, and he was spot on with some of the stuff that Spig was coming up with. Was getting, and Dennis was spot on with it. We've done a few investigations, and he's been in the chat and he's told us things that that we've been able to verify, as somebody else in the team's been able to verify as well.
That's great.
We will get him out. We will get him out with us. Don't worry, Dennis. We shall get you out, young man. But here's a question, right? Sometimes you ever get where, my brain's 24/7, and sometimes a question will just pop into my head, and you think, did that comfy? Now, I know we're approaching Christmas, right? 3 weeks or something to go, something like that. Do you think Spirit knows when it's Christmas? Might be a totally ludicrous question. Don't know. Popped into my head the other day. Thought, I wonder.
Yeah, I guess so, because if they're around us, watching us, they know what's going on. And Colin, I've had Spirit with me since I was about 3 or 4 years old, so that's 20 odd years already. It's just professionally I've been working with Spirit for just over 10.
You're getting there.
Yeah, getting there. 27 years of craziness with dead people.
I know some folk, I know a lot of people out there think we're nuts, and we're nuts, but no, you're
That's
average.
okay. We've just got to be who we are, haven't we? We can't all be boring. Some of us have got to be a little bit tapped.
Aye, a little bit tapped. You mean eccentric?
Yeah, but tapped is a bit nicer, isn't it?
Or just nuts? Just see you're nuts.
Yeah, but tapped. It's just tapped.
That's a new one as well. Same as the other one you told me earlier.
I've been teaching you all sorts today.
I'm not going to repeat the other one. No, in a lie.
No, that's okay.
I'm going to keep that one to myself.
You can use it later.
I'll use it in an appropriate situation arises. Everybody will be wondering what it is now. Everybody will be like, I wonder what it was. What the hell was it?
It's not that bad. You're just making it out like it's way more than what it is. It's just so normally.
It's because we come from different sides of the country base, or different sides of that wall. There used to be a wall. It
used to be our wall.
Well, I think there's just a couple of bricks left, news or no?
Say that again.
I think there's just a couple of bricks left of the wall now.
Well, it's still there then.
It's still technically still there. So we're from different sides of the wall. But no, the Christmas thing, it popped into my head the other day, and it's been going round and round and round. And I wonder if they do realise it's Christmas, does it bring back memories for them?
I think so. I think if I look at the readings I've done, a lot of the times when I'm doing them around Christmas, they seem to be aware to the spirits because they'll bring up memories. Like you say, they'll whether it's to bring proof that it's them or just because they're reminiscing because it's Christmas. But they seem, I guess so, because like I say, they're with us and they're watching us. So I mean, if I'm wrapping my Christmas presents, so my great Aunt Fanny in the back, she's there. She's going to be like, it must be Christmas again.
Or they're sitting in the corner watching you put the tree up saying, no, that's not how I used to do it.
Oh, that's not how I used to do it. Well, nobody does my tree except me.
The baubles are all wrong last night. Take it off, start over.
Do you know how many times I do my Christmas tree a year because a bauble moves?
Because it moves.
Yeah, so basically up until this year, my dryer was randomly suspended in my living room because my living room and my kitchen's kind of the same room because I've got a mill house. So it would just be like in the corner of my living room. So I used to put my Christmas tree on the top of the dryer. But what I do to save space is I pull all the branches at the back around the front. And I had to tape the tree to the dryer.
Right, carry on.
Because I put all the weight on the front and because of the dryer moving. So it'd end up falling at some point of the time that it was up. So then I'd have to redo it all. And I'd be like, kids, why are you touching my Christmas? And they're like, hey, I did. It just fell off. I'm like, don't you lie to me. So I'd be doing it every other day.
We've got 2 cats. Last year, 2 cats. This year's 3. One's a kitten. You probably see her going back and forward before. So kind of dreading putting up a tree because last year it was like every 10 minutes you would hear and you go in and I'm not the greatest tree dresser or whatever you call it in the world, and see every 10 minutes you go in and the tree was down again, the baubles on the floor, and you just get So this year I'm considering tying the tree to the window. So no, I mean the tree goes right to the floor. I'm not just like a tree on a window and tie it up. I know I'm a Glaswegian, but we're not that bad. I'm talking
I've seen those ones now where people are just putting like like wooden frames onto the wall, and they're just putting like green tinsel on the wall to give the shape of a tree instead of having an actual tree. And I'm like, oh, that is genius. I'm going to do that next year because I've found out too late this year. I can't go and do it.
I seen on TikTok a couple of ladies doing they were wee nails in the wall, and they were doing it with lights.
Yeah. See, I need to do that, but then I don't want to ruin my wall.
Aye, that's the only thing. After Christmas, you take it and you've left with the shape of a tree and onto your wall. You know, just leave it up. All you know, says putting it back up next year.
Oh yeah, but then it's just there, isn't it?
You know, it's. I tell you, this show's getting a way off track, isn't it? It's, now it's Christmas tips. You know,
hey, you've got to do an all-rounder. You know, if it's the last-minute plans.
Aye, so if you're stuck for any last minute tree ideas, this is the place.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You don't need a tree, and if you pull your branches to the front, you've got a fuller front, and it's space saving.
Take it to your dryer, tie it to your window, or stick it on the wall. Job done.
Right, you're going to have to excuse me for 2 seconds because my nose has started running. Let me just run and wipe my nose. I'm sorry.
Thanks for that. That's a nice thought to share. Yep. Laura saying Draco has been up hours in the tree and kitten survived. Well, our tree didn't survive last year. It was, I forgot what I was going to say. Every 10, 15 minutes, bang, down it came. So tonight's show's been a bit different. You know, we didn't actually really have a topic. It's meant to be paranormal.
Sorry, I never left.
Yeah. That's a kitten, Dennis. She's got a wee habit. She's just away there again. I've gone across here. Don't know what it is, but she seems to like going back and forward. So it's not my.
A few times tonight.
My hair gone long. I actually done my hair today, and no bugger noticed. You know, when a woman, no offence, I'm not sexist, when a woman gets her hair done and nobody notices and it really annoys them, you know, I've got my hair done and nobody said it's nice, you know. When I do mine, nobody ever notices, nobody ever says, I like what you've done with your hair.
I like what you've done with your hair, Scott.
Thank you. Thank you. I've left it all along at the back. I've actually got a big tail at the back. No, I've
yeah,
not.
you have to see the extra shine today.
You know. Well, I washed it. I washed my head today. You know. But I got these new scrubbing pads out of B&M. They're actually for the dishes. But they got wonders in your head.
So dead people.
Aye. It's amazing. Look at that. 2 minutes of job done. Get a nice shine, Scott. Thank you. Thank you. Are flown tonight. So, what about Oregon, weren't we?
Oregon, yeah, sisters. That was about 40 minutes ago.
That was in between Welsh rugby players, Yorkshire, and God knows what else. You know.
Yeah.
You'll be glad to know that Kimber and I are going to start doing a regular show together.
We might actually talk about the paranormal.
We might get around the paranormal. Or if you have any worries in life, do please feel free to write in.
Yeah. Let us know. We can be the 101 tips, agony ants, and
if any Christmas tree dilemmas or Easter egg disasters, please feel free to comment.
I have to search my brain for Easter now because you've just brought up Easter.
Aye, 2nd of January, cream eggs will still be out. Yeah, I'll tell you this, and this is a fact. This Halloween, a couple of months ago, we went into, I can't remember what shop it was. I think it was a pound shop because we're Scottish, you know. And basically, I'd love a 99p shop up here. It'd be fantastic.
Wouldn't it? I know.
Aye. There was actually, I watched a documentary a couple of years ago. It was a guy opened a 99 pence shop up as an experiment, right across the road for a pound shop, to see how much business he could pull, and he pulled quite a bit of business away for the pound shop because people seen 99p.
Well, I want the 50p shop.
I want the help yourself shop. That's what I want.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? Grab whatever you can have, whatever you can grab.
Fill your trolley. You have 5 minutes to fill that trolley. You know what I mean? It used to be like Lidl, full trolley would be like £7. Now it's like £47.
Oh.
It's the cost.
And we'll even add the economic crisis onto the list of our.
Anything but just stick it on them. This is why I like your lives off track. Thanks very much, Dennis. Sometimes they do go, doing the M8 or something like that, But what was I saying? So the night of shot, and there was all Halloween stuff on one side of the aisle, and it was Christmas stuff on the other side of the aisle. And this is like September. See,
what annoys me on Halloween, so I was a bad mum and I didn't get my kids Halloween outfits. So on Halloween, I felt really guilty because I'd not had any time to go and get one. So I'm like, come on, kids, we've got to be quick. Let's get to Asda. And literally on the day of Halloween, Asda had taken off all the Halloween stuff and changed it onto Christmas stuff on the day of Halloween. You could see them all emptying the Halloween things. And I was like, what? Could you have not done this tomorrow? So my kids ended up choosing superhero pajamas as their costume.
That's bad, isn't it? You think they would leave it to the day after, or even the shift.
There were so many other parents in there doing the exact same as me, like panic buying Halloween costumes, and they could not get any. And we're all just walking around like, oh. But you know what? I didn't mind because my kids, they didn't know any different. And they were so happy in these pajamas walking around trick-or-treating. They had the pudgy bear ears on, the pajamas. They were sorted.
That's great. As long as the kids are happy, even if they're dressed like a watermelon, who cares?
They didn't know any different. They was walking around going, look at my costume, my Halloween costume. I'm like, well done, kid. But the only bad side to it was a Halloween costume would have been like a £5. I ended up spending 30 quid on 2 pairs of pajamas and 2 pairs of pudgy ears.
I remember years ago, one of my sons, he's grown up now, but he was just a kid at the time, and he was wanting to go as he was a Power Ranger, but at the very last minute, for some godforsaken reason, he decided he wanted to go as a sticker licorice. And, he was about 7 or 8 at the time, and he had his heart set on this sticker licorice outfit. And I thought, where the hell do I get a sticker licorice outfit? So I thought, right, what's that word they use? No compromise, we improvise. So I get 2 bin bags, sellotaped them together, and I cut up bits of white paper and sellotaped them. Then bin bags, all the way around. Took me about 8 hours to cut the paper up.
That's brilliant, though. That's brilliant.
He looked an absolute mess. But
was he happy?
Oh, the look in his face, when he carefully put the bin bags on and stuff like that. He was standing there, he was like a stick, and it was, and that's what made it all worthwhile. It looked like a dog's backside, basically, but he was happy, And I took him in the doors, and a couple of people kind of looked at me and I was like, stick of licorice. So I'm stick.
Yeah, pretend you know what he is, because I made that goddamn costume,
Smile or stabby style, It's that is it. We used to make it in. I made one year. Unparanormal related again. I was going to a fancy dress party and I dressed up as Wurzel Gummidge. You remember Wurzel Gummidge?
Yeah.
The Scarecrow.
Yeah.
So I decided to go all out. So I stole one of my dad's suit jackets and stuff, and I went to the pet shop and I get the hay and I sellotaped it all around my wrists and the jacket and that on, and I had the wig and I made a nose. We were going to the do and sitting in a taxi and it stopped to these lights and there was this car pulled up beside us with two old ladies in it. And she just kind of turned around. I thought she was going to die. You know, I thought she was going to need an ambulance. And she looked and saw Wurzel Gummidge sitting in the back of a taxi. You know,
Oh, that's brilliant.
waving to her. But the thing was, back then you could smoke in the pubs. You know, obviously you're drinking, you're smoking there. And so I had the cigarette and you're trying to light it without setting yourself on fire because you're all hay. You know, and you're try to, you know, because you get the smart alleys that were coming up all night with lighters. You're like, whoa, whoa, you know.
Yeah.
But that was the last costume I ever made, you know.
I can imagine.
My mum has a Betty Bassett costume in her loft. But why? How did we go into Halloween anyway?
I don't know. I don't know how we got onto any of our topics actually.
I was the Easter, the cream eggs. I sent the January cream eggs in the shop.
I like that. That'd be the last straw.
That'd be the last straw. You know.
Was that any better than my joke?
Oh, you put me on the spot there. I'd need to say, you know, no comment.
No comment. Thanks.
I think I'll keep myself safe. If we go into Halloween, because we're talking about cream eggs, which is Easter, which is absolutely nothing to do with Halloween, but we went from Easter to Halloween somehow. You know what I mean? But I'm looking forward to the cream eggs coming out because I love eating a cream egg all in the one. Do you ever do that? Just all in the mouth and you just let it dissolve.
It's not big enough. My mouth's not big enough.
Because you're a small, you're not a medium. That's how you just cut it in half. Just cut it in half.
Do you know what? I used to love cream eggs, but now I don't know. There's too much sugar in it. I think maybe I'm more concerned about how, like, getting diabetes.
Oh, sod that. Give me a cream egg and get the bugger in there where it belongs. You know what I mean? That's what you do with it. When I was younger, I used to be refined and bite the top off and stick your finger in.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do, but I like to put it in the fridge as well, so it's all rock hard. You bite the top and then you just scoop it all out.
You break your teeth.
Pardon?
You would break your teeth.
No, because I don't know. I never did, no. But all chocolate should be in the fridge. That is the debate I'm starting now. Yeah.
No. Apart from it's really warm outside, if you think about it, in a shop, chocolate's not refrigerated.
That's because I've got no room for it.
You know, so it should be kept the way the shop keeps it.
I know chocolate tastes so much better, I think, when it's in the fridge because it's got that extra crunch.
You think so? No, it's like Sarah's mum's got this habit. She puts margarine in the cupboard. Bless her. You know, I'm not saying anything. Mum. She puts margarine in the cupboard.
Right. So I buy several blocks of butter. I put some in the fridge to keep them, and then I have one in the cupboard. And my ketchup stays in my cupboard. It don't go in my fridge, but my chocolate all goes in my fridge.
So tonight there's something else. You know the contents of Kimber's cupboards and their fridge. It's all chocolate. You open the fridge door and it's like Cadbury's factory.
I wish, because I so want some chocolate.
The kids are like that. Mum, what's for dinner tonight? Because they can't fit anything in the fridge because of the Galaxy bars. No.
No, I'm all about Malteser bars and Kit Kats.
No, I like Maltesers, but no, my favourite is Old Jamaica chocolate.
I know. I don't think I've had that. I'm a very so this will throw you off. I like my chocolate with salt and vinegar crisps, at the same time. So you eat some crisps, and then that like absolutely burn your mouth out with vinegar. And then you eat the chocolate to stop your mouth from burning from the vinegar. And it's so good.
No.
Yeah, but you say that, have you even tried it?
No, I've never tried it, and possibly I'll never will.
No, it's good. It's so good. When I was on the plane to Portland, so the second flight, the 8-hour flight, I was dreading it because I'd already done like 20 hours of traveling. But there was a girl on the plane, and she just said to me, "Oh, you know, if you need to go past me, don't worry, even if I'm asleep." And then 8 hours later, we realised that we'd been talking for 8 hours. And we didn't even realise because we were just so tired, but we just talked. And halfway through our 8-hour stint, yes, salt and vinegar crisp with ice cream. Sorry, that is good stuff. So when she was on the end seat and I was on the window seat, and we had the middle seat, but I'd got loads of snacks in my bag, and I got like sweets, popcorn, crisps, everything. So I pulled the middle table down, and we were just proper gabbing. So I just started pulling out all these snacks, and she's looking at me like, "What?" And I'm like, "Right, so get some salt and vinegar crisps and some chocolate." And she's like, "What? What?" So this American, because a lot of Americans don't like salt and vinegar crisps, she's there like, "Oh, this is amazing." I'm like, "Now stick a Haribo in as well. Do it. Stick a Haribo in."
I like coming holding with you. You have a wild time, don't you? You nuts. You know, Haribo's as well. I was surprised they let you through customs.
I know. I am someone to be reckoned with. The best thing is though the chocolate and the popcorn at the same time.
No, there's just some things that shouldn't be eaten. Like Dennis says, there's salt and vinegar. Square crisps, I like them. On the road.
See, I don't like the square crisps.
No ice cream. Not happening. Same as a piece on crisps. Or, sorry, a crisp sandwich, whatever you call it down there, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so hungry. That's what I've got in the house. I'm going to have that for my tea.
Oh, I'll tell you, one of the weirdest ones I've ever heard, right? And I only heard this the other day for Laura. I think it was Thursday or Friday. Pie on a piece.
On a what?
Sorry, on a sandwich. A piece. If you have a piece in Scotland, you have
a pie butty.
A pie butty, whatever you want to call it. A piece in a pie.
Yeah, that's quite normal, yeah.
Oh, no, you don't put a pie on a piece.
Why?
Because it's not right. You put a pie on a plate and get ketchup into it and stuff.
Nah. No, because you know what? Bread and pastry is brilliant. Do you know what the best thing is? Yorkshire puddings, just in general.
Pie. Sorry, Lord, it was a pie.
Pie roll. I'm with that one.
I thought it was a piece of pie, whatever the hell it was. But there's just some things that shouldn't be, like salted caramel as well.
No, that's okay. That's fine. I don't know if you know this, a scrap butty.
No idea.
You know when you go to the chip shop and you have the scraps, the tidbits.
Chip ends. Aye.
Leftover bits of butter.
Aye.
Scraps. So that's what we call them here. So having a big pile of them in a bread cake and eating that covered in all my mouth is watering, covered in vinegar and salt, and it's just that is the best.
Aye. I know you call it scraps. We call it chip ends.
That's a Yorkshire thing. I like that.
I actually had a bag of chips tonight, and there was loads of wee chip ends in them. There's actually chip shops in Glasgow that'll just sell you a bag of chip ends. And they're amazing, crunchy, and
See, I don't know if you can tell, but right now I'm like
that. You know, I want a bag.
I love vinegar though. I absolutely love vinegar. I cannot get enough of it. So like me talking about vinegar right now is just making my.
So how? I mean, obviously, you know, we've all seen American movies and TV and everything's big. You know, no, even, you know, the food, you know. How did you, obviously you've been a few times before, what's your kind of favourite snack when you go over there?
Oh no. Oh, good night, Dennis.
Anything that's cooked. Cheers, Dennis.
No, do you know what? This is a thing, and if my partner or his family are listening, that's so bad. My partner, he always goes and gets me loads of snacks, and it's amazing because I love what he gets me. And the one thing that I end up eating the most there is barbecue chips, so crisps. But honestly, there's nothing that I could sit here and say is my favorite snack there or something that I crave. Like the big thing that I've been thinking this past week, I'm kind of like, our food is so much better. You know, there's this whole big thing where we think, oh, the American food is better, it's great, it's big, it's this. But our food is so natural and fresh, and it's just got so much more flavor in it. And even down to the snacks. And I'm like, oh, what am I going to... If you know, like, I eat pancetta. So, and this is me breaking my silence on not being vegan for a year. I was vegan for 7 years. I'm having a lapse. So you can't go and get stuff like that there. Like, I love having pasta, just box standard pasta, with a bit of this, that, and the other thrown in it. But I don't think I've ever had something so light to eat. Because when you go there, everything's heavy and it's fatty and it's just full of everything. So I couldn't sit here and say that there's this, that, or the other snack, because England's stuff is just so much better. And I'm like, I'm going to have to get like parcels sent out to me all the time.
I think they fry a lot of stuff and deep fry, and you know, as I mean, don't get me wrong, I like my fry ups and that, but I know you mean can be quite heavy.
Yeah, but they don't have fry ups like we do. It's all streaky bacon, and I'm like, where's your good back bacon? Where is it? But I was having a conversation with my partner, and he had done me a gammon ham instead of turkey on Thanksgiving because I don't like turkey. And I was like, it was nice. It was, it was yummy. And I was really grateful for it. But what I realized when I eat the meat there's something so plastic about the meat. Even though it's like more expensive, it reminds me of, when you go to a cheap shop because you're broke and you go and get a frozen joint of meat or something, and you can kind of taste that it's processed.
So it was like that.
That's what I mean, you might think differently, but when I eat the meat there, I'm like, it feels like it's processed, even though it's not. But then when I eat our meat, it just tastes like meat. I don't know how to explain it. It's really strange.
Yeah, exactly what you mean. It's like cold meat. When you go to some shops, you'll buy, like honey roast ham or whatever, and then you got another shop and you buy honey, and it's just it's not the same.
No, like you go to a carvery and you get your beef and your gammon, and it's cut off, and then like that's what I call gammon ham. And you can use that when it's cold and you cut it all off, and it like goes right nice and dry and salty and thick. But then, and it's not, and it's just, it pulls apart and you can see that it's meat. But the meat there just never seems to do that. And I'm going to miss it so much.
We'll send you a ham over every couple of months. But oh no, I know what you mean, the gammon ham. I love that. That's I mean, you get chicken and turkey and all the rest of it, Chris, but I love the gammon ham, and you get the mash,
I'm a gammon person,
and the buttered carrots, wee bit of buttered peas and stuff like that, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
It's just not the same, and I'm going to miss the food from England so much.
Yeah, I know you can get you can get parcels sent over. Kirsty and Andy Murphy, they're down in Antelope Valley. They're for Yorkshire. Well, Andy's Ripping, I think it is.
Yeah, that's not far away, yeah.
And they're originally from Manchester, but they lived in Ripping. He's with the Air Force, so he's over there for 3 years. This will be I think they're getting out their second year now. And I know Kirsty gets stuff sent over for here. I don't know how much it is or how she goes about it.
I don't even care. I'm like, give me my ham, man. Send me some crisps.
You know, I love Old Oak ham.
The what?
The Old Oak ham.
I don't know what that is.
It's ye Old Oak. It's ham.
Oh, basically. Right, okay. Oh, right, yeah, sorry.
Did I say that too fast?
Oh, well, you won't get oak like that there.
I could eat a tin of that. Just sit and eat, slice it up and just eat a tin of that, you know. But you get these things in life that you like steak pie and stuff like that. I do love I love my Old Oak ham. I love my fry up stuff like that, you know. And you will miss it. But that's what you get for getting.
You know, even the sausages, though, they're just not like our sausages. It's like, I could quite easily go and get bacon, sausage, beans, and the lot, and, you know, do a breakfast. But it's nothing like we are so fortunate with our food.
You don't get square slice over there, do you?
A what?
A square, oh, for God's sake. A square slice. No. You don't. It's a square slice Lorne sausage.
No, don't know. Oh, look, you're making me sound dumb now.
You mean you were in Scotland and you never get a rolling square slice?
No.
Basically, it's just Lorne sausage cut into a square.
Oh no, I won't order something like that.
A round, you have round slice down there, do you know?
Yeah, but I won't have that either. I don't like it.
You don't like? I don't know anybody can like square slice.
Because I don't like. I'm sat here talking about food like I like it. I don't like food. I'm very fussy, and I stick to the same things that I eat. And that's what my issue is about going to America, because it's not got the same foods that I've eaten for 27 years.
You don't like food, but you'll eat salt and vinegar crisps with chocolate and a Haribo.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
You see, you say that if it's totally everyday normal stuff.
Because it is.
But to me, it's just totally, you know. But, I like Mull Jamaica. As I say, I like Mull Jamaica chocolate. Tell me you tried that.
No, I don't think I have. No.
It's rum flavoured chocolate. It's made by Bourneville. It's rum flavoured chocolate with raisins.
Oh, no. I don't like rum.
Aye, but it's no kind of overpowering. But it's same as a fry scream. I do like the odd fry scream. Pack of 3, you know.
Pack of 3. No, not just one. I want a pack of 3.
That's what I mean. The odd one packet of 3.
Yeah, one packet of 3.
They don't last long enough. Get away with that. I think they've shrunk since I was a kid. Or maybe they just seem bigger because I was smaller.
No, they definitely shrunk. Everything has shrunk. Everything.
That's fine, because I started thinking maybe because I was smaller, everything seemed bigger back then. You know, your fried screamers like that.
Yeah, you walking around like 2 hours, like, ooh.
Grab it in. You know, you hold that door. I've got a fried scream. And then it's like, that it, you know.
I know, got in one mouthful, into it.
As with that pen lid, you know, that's it. 87 pence for that. Not I mean how times have changed. I remember they were 5 pence. You know what I mean?
Hey, when I went to the zoo with the kids a few months back, ice creams were like £5 each. I was like, what? Oh my gosh, it was awful. Like, I don't understand why ice creams are so expensive nowadays.
It's the same in all these places, but you know, holiday zoos, holiday parks, museums, and all the rest of it. They charge, you know, 3-4 times because they know people. You're at a zoo, it's a day out with the kids and the family, and they know you're going to buy it.
I know.
It's the
Especially
same,
when it was like 30 odd degrees and it's like, oh, why did I come to the zoo today?
it's the same as motorway services.
Oh.
The, I always remember one time I was heading to London and I had to stop for my break with the truck, and I was at South Wimms, which is just outside London. It's about 10 mile north of London, but I ran out of time, so I had to stop. And I went in and I got about 4 slices of bacon and 2 bits of toast, and she was wanting about £7 odd for it. And I was like, do you know what? You can stick that. I'm Scottish. I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
Well,
I knew you were going to say about £7 because I had 4 slices of bacon. Like, you might as well have just gone to the shop and bought a packet and eaten it raw.
I mean, cheap going buying a pig. Farmer Giles, you get any spare pigs? Be cheaper than that. What's that? £7 for 4 slices of bacon? Are you nuts? Keep it. I'm off. Know what I mean? I'll deal with it. I'll wait till I'll get a wee greasy spoon cafe in London somewhere.
I know. Exactly. Yeah, but you don't get them in London. You've got to get up motorways if you want to find a greasy spoon.
Aye, sorry, finding London. I love London, but London's amazing. But it's all kind of, you don't like London?
It's overrated. I don't like it.
Do you know, I love, obviously we're big Tudor fans, I've got a mate stays in Putney, and I've not seen him for a couple of years now, but I used to do quite regular. He works with the BBC and the London Philharmonic Orchestra.
Right.
So whenever I'd go down, there was days when he would be working and he would say, do you want to come along? I was like, no chance. I'm not sitting listening to, folk playing trombones and stuff, no offence. And I would just take the train, the Central line, from Putney into Westminster, and just walking. And I loved it, the Tower of London, Hampton, got Hampton Court Palace as well. I love the history side of it. The people know so much.
Yeah, I think, maybe it's because I've been quite a few times now that I'm like, oh, I've seen that now, I've seen this now. And do you know what? You go, as a northerner, you go down south and they're a very different breed of people. People from Yorkshire, maybe Scotland as well, will talk to anyone, will be polite, will give you the coat off our back. You talk to a southerner and you get your head chopped off. There's no point. And it's just a very different way of being. So I don't go unless I have to.
I've been quite a few. I've been many times when I used to deliver in London with a truck, but holiday-wise, I've been a few times. But I know what you mean about the people. No disrespect. It's the way they are.
No, of course, I don't mean it in disrespect. It's a very busy place. People haven't got time for stuff.
Always remember, it was the first time I'd went, and Brian, he was working, so I'd get into the city okay, and then I found Westminster Station to get back to Putney because it's right beside Big Ben. You can't miss it. You get Big Ben, and so I knew where it was. So right, Big Ben, and you go down the stairs into the station, and it was round about 4 or 5, and it was just a sea of people. You couldn't move. And so I didn't have a clue, because there's all different, it's there's about 20 different lines, and you're like that sort of kind of.
Trying to work out what platform, what colour, what district, what line,
what colour am I on? But it turned out I had to get the Heathrow train, even though I was going to Putney, But I asked a couple of people what train takes me, and they were just totally blanky. Totally. And then it was like a gift for God. I swear down, I heard a Scottish accent.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I started kind of looking about that. So that's a Scottish, that's a guy, and he's Scottish.
Where is he?
That's exactly what I was like. Where is he? And I followed it, and there was a guy and his wife, and I says to him, listen, mate. So he says, what is it? I says, I'm trying to get back to Putney, but he says, don't ask anybody in here. He says, nobody will answer you. I says, I know. I says, but I heard your accent. And he says, right, come on, my man, I'll show you how you get. And he stood and he explained it and what have you. And totally different.
Yeah, it's very different down south.
It's,
If I
it's
don't have to go, I won't go.
when then it cost a coffee, it was about £9 for a coffee.
Do you know what? I can't complain because there was a one year that me and my mum, I don't know how we afforded it. I don't know how we even had the time to do it, but we'd go to Costa in the morning and in the afternoon because we'd just ring each other and be like, "Do you want to go for coffee?" We're like, "Yeah, okay. Are you doing something?" "I'm not now. Do you want to go?" So then we'd go and do his things and we'd be back ringing like, "Do you want to go back to Costa?" So we used to like sit outside Costa, fag in hand, coffee in hand, twice a day, or we just wouldn't leave. And we'd sit there with his toast and just be like,
We find all day. Oh no, I got the first time I was doing, I stayed in a hotel in Putney, and it says breakfast included. So I went down in the morning for my breakfast, and it was like cereal, fruit, croissants,
croissant.
croissant. I can't pronounce it, and I was just looking at it saying, "What the hell is this?" I thought it was a breakfast. You know what I mean? It was a continental breakfast. So I phoned my mate and he says, I says, "Listen, where can I get a breakfast?" He says, "Your hotel does it." I says, "No, my hotel doesn't do a breakfast. It gives you buns with fruit and cereal. That's not, I want a couple of rolls and sausage or something. That's breakfast." And he says, "Right, there's a roll shop." So I found this roll shop. But when I looked and, the guys, "Just help yourself to this." Thanks very much, no bother. I'll get, I'll grab a strawberry on my way out the door.
I don't know about. I do like continental breakfast. It depends on what mood I'm in because sometimes I just want a little bit. No, actually, I like the continental breakfast because then I go and find the serviettes and I fill the serviettes with all the croissants and the pain au chocolat and all the random buns, stick them in my bag, and then I've got dinner too.
And then rolls with chocolate in the middle and all. That's not a roll.
Yeah, but it's brilliant because then you've got dinner as well or your afternoon snacks, and you're not stealing because you paid for your breakfast.
Fruit juice and I want a coffee in the morning. No, a cup of freshly squeezed orange juice. Sod that.
Keep it up. We're very different on this because I like both.
But London's an amazing place, history-wise.
Mm-hmm. Oh, history-wise, definitely, absolutely, yeah.
But the rest of it, the parking and all the rest. My mate, when I went, he's got one of these wee smart cars. No disrespect to anybody that drives them, but I'd never seen his car. So I drove down and parked the car and he says, "That's my car there," and it was about that size.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "What the hell's that?" And so he says to me, he says, "I need to get into work. Do you want to come with me?" So I says, "Right, fine." And I says, "Do we need to go in that?" He says, "We're going in my car." I says, "With your matchbox? Do you know what I go in this one?" It says, no. Because he's got one of these permits for parking. And so I squeezed into it. I didn't take any bags or anything because you couldn't fit them in. You're lucky I could squeeze my phone in beside me. Like that, right? Shut the door. Right. Get your belts on, right? Yes, you topple over, or somebody comes out.
If it gets you A to B, I suppose that's all right, isn't it?
But I will say I did eat my words because we went right into the city to the BBC studios and what have you, and I know it's like trying to find a parking space. Well, there was two cars sitting, and there was the tiniest space between them, and he just put the motor in, parked.
Yeah, of course.
And he's like that. "Who's the mug now?" He said, "Your car." You begin running for hours trying to get. He says, "There you go, straight in a wee gap. Car's parked out the road." He says, "You could have put it in your pocket." What did he package stick in your pocket? You know where it is.
Put it in your pocket and off you go.
There we go. Stick your ticket, traffic warden. I've got my car. Take my car with me.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, I think we'll wind up here. We're talk sod all paranormal, really, aren't we?
But that's okay because it was a fill-in. So next time it can be paranormal.
Next time, folks. Well, you've got me coughing now.
I know, sorry. Recovering.
It's fine, though. Next time, it will be paranormal.
I like that from Laura. Weirdest life ever.
Thank you, dear. Next time will be paranormal-ish.
Well, yeah, we might need somebody just to keep telling us, ghosts.
That's my disclaimer there. Ish. That's the word. You know. So,
yeah.
the next time if somebody complains, you can say, well, I did say paranormal-ish. So,
yes.
That's it done. So where can they find you, Kimber? Where can if the people are looking for you? That was I nearly said something else here, which is totally inappropriate. Thank God I stopped myself.
So you can find me on Facebook at Kimber Hughes Psychic Medium. Hopefully soon, once I've sorted my website out, which should have been sorted, but I'm slack. Then it'll be on there as well, but just for now on Facebook.
And so, Mary, I'll keep a hold of you over for a wee second or two, though. Many thanks to Kimber for coming in. You will be seeing again because we are going to be starting a regular show. I don't think we know what we're doing yet, but that's the fun bit. You've seen how to went. So
you can have live 101 tips constantly, forever, once a month.
Aye. Anything to do with travel, Christmas, Halloween, Easter. Aye. Accents, chocolate, salt and vinegar crisps, pine beans, London, Glasgow, Wales, or anything. Comments. And we'll see if we can help you. You know, useful packing tips for going away.
Get your questions in. We'll have them going.
You know, I'm going to say it, but it's going to come out right. I can't say it. Putting your fluids in plastic bags. You know, so you put your shampoo and everything in plastic bags in your case in case they explode.
Do you know what? I did that this time as well.
Why do people do that? They think it's going to explode in the plane.
No, because sometimes they'll leak. In case the leaks, you just put it in a bag.
Leaking, I can but I've heard people saying put that in a bag in case it explodes. So it's a bottle of Vosy.
It might be pressure because, like, you know, when I got my salt and vinegar crisps out on the plane,
did they blow up?
Yeah, they've gone really like.
Is that fat bag?
Yeah, they've gone all big. I can't think of the actual term right now. So yeah.
Tell me, did you open them in the plane and they all went whoosh?
No, thank God, because I did it carefully because I wouldn't want anybody else to have my salt and vinegar crisps.
Didn't want any crisps escaping.
No.
They're mine. I paid 80 pence for them walkers. They're mine.
I know. They're expensive crisps.
Yeah, I like that. I'm a sucker for Golden Wonder smoky bacon. I have been all my life. And
salt and vinegar McCoys.
No, I like square crisp salt and vinegar, but the rest of it, no, keep them. But they used to be £1 for 6 in a multi-pack. Now they're like £1.20. Would that have a 20 pence comfy?
My Seabrook crisps are now £1.35. They used to be £1.
Unbelievable. And if you want any shopping tips, folks, you get them as well. On the pound shop, 99 pence shop. You name it.
Anything you want, shop.
The one shop drop. Well, I think we better wind it up there.
I know. We should, shouldn't we, before we start again?
Quite well ahead. We want people to come back. Know what I mean? Easter eggs as well. So we'll wind up there. So thanks very much to Kimber for coming in.
Thank you for having me again.
It's been a blast. And we're back on, I think it's Wednesday night. I'm not sure. I will put a post up. I'm hoping to sneak a wee investigation in before Christmas come, but we'll wait and see. Wait and see what the weather does. If it's like -5 and snowing, then I ain't going out. I might be, right? I might be Scottish. I might be stupid, but I'm no silly. You know what I'm saying? We're out here, folks, so take care and enjoy the rest of your night. Well, there's hardly anything left. It's like 10:30, so, you know. See you soon. Bye. Bye.